Welcome back to CTV Morning Live, our Ask the Expert segment with Dr. Lalonde from the Chrysalis Rejuvenation Clinic. It's been pretty busy, I think, on our phone lines coming out of this commercial break. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get to our phone lines because interesting question, I believe, coming to us about Botox. So I think, is it Miza? Miza, are you there? Hopefully she's on the line. Maybe she isn't. Good morning, Miza, is that you?
Good morning, it's me.
Okay, good morning. What's your question?
My question, is there a variety of many kinds of Botox? And is this cheap kind will affect you, side effects? Because I see some people cost them that much money, the other cost them more money. So is there any varieties of this kind of products in Botox?
Well, there are numerous types of Botox around the world. Unfortunately, at this point in time, we only have one in Canada, and that's the, I think it's called Botox, and it's made by Allergan. Now, there are, in the United States, there's a few more. There's one, the more popular one is called Dysport. It still only occupies about 5% of the market, I think, in the United States compared to Botox. And there are a few others as well. Now, could they be called Botox or no? The Botox is in itself its own That's
brand
right.
name.
They're very chemically related. They're made by different companies, therefore they have different names, okay? But they do the same thing, but they do it in a different dosage. So, for instance, if I use 30 units of Botox around your frown lines, with Dysport it may be 100 units. It's a totally different scale. And it's, I've been to meetings in the States where they talk about this, and it's certainly gaining popularity, the other one. The hope was that it was going to be cheaper, but unfortunately, so far in the marketplace, they're about the same price. As far as side effects, she wanted to know about side effects. When you use cosmetic Botox, which is basically to treat lines around the face, the potential side effects are indeed very few. The commonest one, which is less than 1%, is if you inject it too high, or too close, I should say, to the eyebrow, you can get a droop. This happens, as I say, in less than 1%. It's correctable with drops in the eyes, and it tends to go away within a number of weeks. Usually it can be up to about 6 weeks, 6 or 8 weeks. Now, last year, I think it was last year or the year before, in the news out of the United States, there were a few cases, very serious cases, of side effects related to Botox, but these were in medical use of Botox. Now, Botox, as some people may know, has been used in cases of cerebral palsy, in cases of headache, a whole host of a variety of. It seems that every month there's some new
use for it.
Use for Botox. And the doses that you use in those instances can be vast. I mean, instead of 30 or 40 units, you may be looking at 100, 200 units. And there have been reported very serious cases in those patients.
Would it vary just very quickly on the talent of the person administering the Botox? That, she's saying some people look different and have different side effects. Does it come down to the talent and the expertise of the person administering?
Absolutely, absolutely. And even in the very early days of Botox, the injectors were practically all doctors. And nowadays, of course, you have all sorts of various people injecting Botox. I'm not sure if all of that is legal, but I think I can only, instruct our listeners that I think you should look to a clinic that has a physician involved, or at least supervision by a physician, not necessarily being the sole injector, but there should be somebody on staff there.
Nearby. Okay, I want to get to Michelle. We have another question coming to us via phone. So good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
What's your question?
I would like to know, I have a red spot at the tip of my nose, and now I have little spider veins.
Yes.
I would like to know what kind of treatment and how much it would cost.
Well, again, there are a variety of treatments, but we have two specific lasers for that. One is called the V-beam. It's a pulse dye laser. It's probably the workhorse in the industry for getting rid of small veins around the face. But we also have a new one called the Nd:YAG, which I really love. It's our latest new laser in the clinic. And you basically see it disappear in front of your eyes. So basically how a laser works, it delivers energy. The energy is absorbed by that little vessel that coagulates the vessel. The vessel can no longer transmit the blood. The body chews it up. So you get very quick results, very predictable results, and usually one or two treatments is all you need. And if it's just one spot on the nose, it's not very expensive at all.
You're in and out. That could be more of your instant gratification.
That's right.
There. Yeah, perfectly. Hopefully we answered your question right there. So phone line's usually a big buzz at the clinic following. So people, best thing, if they're looking at a variety of different products or different procedures, head in and get the consult. They'll have a much better idea.
Yes, exactly. As I say, there are options for everyone, for every condition, for every person, for every pocketbook.
Perfect. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
For those of you wondering how to get in touch with them, where to call, where to look it up, there's the website right there. You can also find them at 604-1335 Carling Avenue. We're going to take a short commercial break. Dr. Yanni Friedhoff is going to be joining us after the break. Some very interesting gadgets he's brought with him. We're back after this.